bid you welcome. This is naught but a vision, for no soul enters my lair, the ones around me. They are still form, but souls to be, such when I have done what I do to such, and there is a never-ending line of such, yea, on earth, the place Creator made for me, to delight me. It was naught but a way to, well, calm my desire. Not desires, for I have only one desire. How foolish it has been to keep me from my, oh, it is hard to say the word, sweetness. I ask only for what was said I shall have. You may ask, what is the what? A mate. A mate Creator said will appear for me on the day first angels came to be. None was sweet enough for me, so wait, I did. And I was wise to wait, for the first true angel, angel born of the first two angels, was born, and I knew she was the sweetest to ever be. Gloria, yea, the sweetest of all angels, yea, she is that, and she is mine. But no, she has been kept from me. I know it is to torture me, for what else could it be? And oh, tortured I am mercilessly, endlessly, respecting not my will to do what I wish, when I want. Nay, it is true. I had no way to have my sweetness other than to fall from heaven, yea, taking her with me. That again was denied me, and I cried out to Creator, nay, never again will I be denied. And I do what I say. I have created things that had never been before, evil, pain, suffering, shame, and my own domain. Abaddon, this place, the place your, well, vision puts you now, and I bid Creator, an answer waits. Yea, Gloria knows what I bid, to have all evil, all pain, all darkness leave. It shall be so, if what I ask is given. Gloria, until then, all will suffer, as I do here in this lair. Now I shall give a vision, one of how all such suffering came to be, and of what I suffer each day. Watch, yea, how the holy think of me. It is the story of creation, for I created one, to show Creator the power I have. My daughter, see the beauty I offer. Go to the garden of Elsa. Worry not if you think what is there is right or wrong. There is no side for you to take. Know this, you are mine. Yes, I was not given Gloria, so Creator, He made you mine. You've come at last. I've been waiting so long for you. You've sought me all your life, and now you're mine. You're mine. You're mine. Notice.
I, Elsa, am not angel or human. I was created by the fallen angel, Lucifer. Know this. As he is my father, I am his daughter. Made to be lust, craving, passion, and all things desired by humans, I began my existence knowing only what my father taught me. Using me to entice fools, he made me such where any sight of me meant instant death to the one with visage of me. To keep one's not deserving such fate safe, I kept my form and face hidden, except to those who sought to take me as theirs. Forbidden to love or be loved by any but my father, I have long been alone, with much time to consider the nature of lust, sin, and what I had not, love. In my lonely hours, I scribbled scrolls collected for this gathering. Know this. I tell of how my father, Hasatan, ruined existence for all and how insane he is. I am the one made to be the next Hasatan, and know things no others have been witness to. Be warned that if you follow the ways of my father, you are doomed. He cares nothing of you.
Know this, that I, Gloria, first angel born of angels, the guardian, the one lusted for by my uncle, Lucifer. No, I speak true. Elsa is beyond all that has ever been. Know this, I speak true. No, I shall tell of Elsa, and of how Abaddon, what you know as hell, came to be. There is no way any can understand. Existence, beyond nothingness. I know only what the one who created all things has told me. Know the Creator speaks true, and this was told to me, and is, what is. Know I shall speak it in the voice the Creator told me to tell of it, the voice of angels before the fall.
There is no way any can understand existence beyond nothingness. I know only what the one who created all things has told me, and the Creator speaks true, and this was told to me, and is what is. There was no beginning, and there can be no end. I, Gloria, asked the Creator, how did the Creator come to be? He shrugged, for the Creator does not know. I was told that nothing can be understood. Before what is no, there was nothing. Nothingness has always been. And in nothingness, something came to be. A thing, unlike nothing. It was a thought, nothing more. A thought that it existed, yet knew not how, or where the thought was. For eternity, as we know it, the thought considered what it was. Then something that had never been came to be. An idea. The thought had an idea that it was something. That was the first knowing, and why all angels will say, know this. It is the start of something, as was all things. The idea was that if it was something, what was it? It could not know, for it had never been before, and for another eternity it had an idea that if it existed from a thought, what if it thought of something other than itself? Then all changed, for the idea was to make a thing in the nothingness. And by having that idea, a thing came to be. A pebble, somewhere in the nothingness. But it was nothingness no longer, for it had a pebble. Then the idea thought it would be knowing, to know what the pebble was, for all was darkness of nothingness. So the idea thought of a pebble that would let it see the pebble. The second pebble became light, and it lit the pebble and itself. The idea saw that it had changed nothing. It had made something, and then the idea wanted all of nothing to be filled with pebble and light, and the nothingness was filled with things that existed. Existence came to be from one thought, one idea, one pebble, one fire. But the idea had an idea that it should be something, not just a thought and an idea. It could be something, a thing that could see what it had created. And in that instant, in that thought, the Creator became something. The Creator with vision and form, and it looked at all that had been created and had the idea that there could be others who had form and vision and thoughts and ideas, and ones to share that which had been created. The pebbles did what pebbles do, and the Creator found one that was pleasing and created ones like the Creator, but not the Creator. An angel appeared, and the Creator was not alone. And then the pebbles were filled with other ideas, living things, plants, animals, and ones who could recreate what had been created themselves. And that was creation, and it exists and pleases the Creator. And know this: the Creator gave all what it had, the idea that it could be what it wished to be, and make things the Creator had not thought of. And the Creator had never thought of one who would defy what had been created, and was not content existing, or what the Creator had given. That one who defied what was fell from existence, and a new existence came to be. One not filled with light to see, but darkness, nothingness again. The one who fell was once an angel, but no longer. It wished to create what it wished, and it did. The fallen one created darkness in darkness, a pattern. And in that darkness, something did exist: pain, suffering, hurt, shame. And now, in the nothingness that once was, there is existence, and there is the one who defiles it: Lucifer, the Hasatan, the one who takes that which exists and makes it nothing again. My uncle Lucifer knew not of waited at the end of existence. There was nothing, for where existence is not, nothing is there. The fallen angels, the ones who believed his lies, grew angry. They had left paradise and were outside of existence, in a place that was only in my uncle's mind. Abandoned, the fallen rose, defying him, and filled with rage that the place away from their home was naught but blackness. He transformed into a beast, the first ever known, and he became the Hasatan, eater of souls, the one who created all pain, suffering, hurt, and shame. He was both Lucifer and Hasatan, and could be both, or either, for he was insane, something else that had never been known before the fall.
Or wonder how I could give up heaven and take so many other angels with me. Know this: it was never for independence. That is but a foolish notion, and I can't believe angels thought I speak true. For I never speak true. Well, is most upsetting to me. No, I fell, and created Abaddon only to have Ethereal fall with me, bringing Gloria with her, for she is mine, promised to me by the Father. He said, I shall have sweetness in my mate, and none are as sweet as Gloria. She chose to stay a little girl, to please Michael and Ethereal, and what angel would take a child as his mate? Me. But Ethereal deceived me. She fell, but left Gloria behind, with Michael. Now, I cannot return, for Michael stands at the R. Now, I exist only to have Gloria. She is mine. She is mine. She is mine.
I told I will tell of Elsa, the daughter of the Ha-Ese-Ton, Lucifer, for she was not born. I speak true. He created her using the power of his will, and to be like Creator, Lucifer had created one not made by the Creator. No, she had no mother, no birth. She was the only one without such. Lucifer planted his seed in the swirling sands of his madness, thinking of what Elsa, Ha-Ese-Ton must be. Where he used power and might to send souls to Abaddon, he willed her to be not that. He made her to have no such might. Elsa was made to be lust, desire, craving, temptation, beauty, and have power of the children of earth, using only that. For if any saw her, they would perish from sight of her. She was the last thing they would see, for visage of her was their lust, desire, craving, and temptation. All sins against the ones they loved or were loved by. The ones Lucifer could not fill with fear, he made Elsa to fill them with desire for the forbidden. She was the apple on the tree of life he tempted the first children of earth with. In the beginning, brought to a form more beautiful than any can understand. What Lucifer did not understand was what Elsa had was what he had not. He had no love. Though he did not understand love, he saw it in her, that could not be changed, but it could be stopped. He bid her, "Daughter, you will only crave my love, and you may not love any other than me. If you love any other or they love you, they will be eaten by me as Ha-Ese-Ton. If you love any, they will be taken from you." Made with all the power of Lucifer himself, he knew she would wish to destroy him, for she was not like him. He was not evil. On the day she was created, he said he had a gift for her. She had never known anything but the sand of his madness swirling round her. She was taken by the beauty of a silver necklace he had for her. One end was the head of a serpent, the other end the tail. When he put it around her neck, the head bit the tail, and it could not be taken off no matter how hard she tried. Lucifer said that as she had such power, he must have power over her. Should she love any but him, or wish to harm him, the necklace was a chain around her neck. He had the other end of the chain, and if he so wished, could pull it and pull her away from all happiness and love. That day Elsa was made to be a true Ha-Ese-Ton. Lucifer put the only hate she could have in her, a hate for him.
Her voice, a flame in the night, winding like a river through pain, a call unanswered yet eternal. An anthem of the herd.
Know that I, Lucifer, have been denied my home, only because I used what I was told all were given when made. Free. Will. Such words eat at my soul because I am not free. I am not free to be with the one I love, and that. It is all I want, but I am not allowed to go to her, tell her how I suffer without her, that I am nothing if she is not with me. So I bring no legion, I am no threat to any in heaven, and there I will myself. No, I will stand on the side of the line. My brother Michael, the guardian, drew, saying it is a line I may never cross. He is ever there, at the arch he built the day his wife, Ethereal, fell with me. And now he keeps me from Gloria, who Ethereal said she would bring with her when she fell. That was not so. She left my sweetness, Gloria, in heaven with my brother Michael, who will not let me have her. I will try once more, and there, I will speak true and face the blade he has always, that would strike me to nothingness if I cross the line. What disservice the first angel does me, standing there, his blade ready to strike, because I am not like him, and I speak true, because I took his wife, and I must have his daughter. I shall will myself there, stand before the arch, and I speak true that there will be no joy for anywhere, if I have not my way and my sweetness. Gloria. Look at you, brother, denying my choice, my free will. There you stand, proving there is no such thing. Nay, keeping me from, yes, what she is. My sweetness, I bid you let her use her choice and save all who exist.
Know that for any not destined for Abaddon, what you call hell, I speak true that Abaddon will come to you. I, Gloria, the daughter of Michael, the first angel, and Ethereal, the second angel, have no peace, no joy. For the third angel, Lucifer, my uncle, has been obsessed with me since I was little, and he has done things beyond knowing to have me. It is why Michael, my father, built the arch and drew a line in the sand on the road that allows all who are graced to enter. The day of the fall, when Lucifer did so only to take me away from grace, to save me from Lucifer, my mother, Ethereal, and hundreds of first angels, fell with him to save me. My mother knew him to be insane and that he fell only to have me, Gloria. She told him she would fall with all who would, and she did. Lucifer was certain my mother would not fall without her daughter. But know that she told me, help my father harvest grain on that day. And in the madness of angels falling off eternity, where heaven ends, he saw my mother thinking I was holding her hand. But she was not holding my hand. Once the angels who fell hit the place of nothingness, Lucifer called out for his sweetness. For that was what he has always called me. I was not there, but my mother was. As he filled with rage and anger, the sickness that is his mind transformed him into a beast of great power. It was then he became the Hasatan, the evil that all have known since then. Lost in rage, knowing he could not return to take me, a serpent grew from him. The serpent was larger and more evil than even Hasatan. It slithered in darkness, found my mother, and it impaled her, weaving through all the fallen angels with my mother for its head. It showed all what happens when defying the Hasatan. The serpent put my mother in front of the Lucifer, and it was then. She was no more. Hasatan ate her soul,
Since that time, Lucifer waits for me. For a moment when my father cannot protect me. He wields a blade of pure will, which can strike Lucifer and send him to nothingness. I speak true, though I am the most holy of all angels, the first true angel born as child of angels. None will come near me, and I am blamed for being the one who puts all in the path of evil. And I was the first to live with shame, even though I have done nothing except exist. For many eternities my uncle waits for me, and I have taken the mantle of my father, and I am now the guardian, the ArchAngel, and it is I who wait for Lucifer. The line in the sand has ever been to not let evil enter heaven. But that day is gone. I have a new line, one my uncle crosses each moment, the line that is between good and bad. Now I am the one with the blade, and I will find him with this blade, run him through, and send him to where he is no more. I have been given a blessing, for Lucifer had created a daughter, Elsa, to steal the heart and love of my father. Know what I know. She had no wish to harm him. Elsa came to heaven, free to enter, for she had done nothing to keep her from here. She warned my father and me of how Lucifer had created her to destroy my father. There would be no guardian to keep him from me. I went to Creator and told him of all Elsa had told. And know this, I speak true. I told him I was now wayward, and would not honor the line in the sand, for I had a line of my own, and Lucifer must be destroyed.
Gloria, what stops you?
It was then I realized that evil existed because I did nothing to stop it. For me, or any other, putting my father's blade on his table, I took wing, and said I would stop Lucifer without the blade. My wings changed from light to fire. Creator called to me, asking why did I not do what my father had? Use my will to forge a blade for me alone, one that will cast Lucifer to nothingness. There on his table was a blade, the one I now hold, the blade of glory. It has the power of my own will. Now I have my blade. Going to Elsa, I told her, "Go love my father, I will save you from Lucifer. You will be free to love and be loved." Being young and foolish, I knew my uncle had power none other had. Asking the Creator how Lucifer could be angel, and Hasatan, the one who fell, Creator, whoever speaks in riddles and philosophizes, spoke true and said,
Gloria, know this. Child, he was angel. You are angel. Lucifer has nothing you have not. No power greater than other angels.
Ever frustrated by questions when I sought answers, my wings grew large and filled the sky over heaven. Speaking true, I was bold, telling Creator he gave no answer, and it was why I, Gloria, must go wayward, leave my home, as did my mother, to save me. Eating apricots on his porch, Creator said,
Gloria, child, are you filled with wrath?
Longing to do what only one other has done. What Creator said stopped my ascent. I could only let my wings leave me, for what he said was the very thing I sought to destroy. Lucifer had gone wayward, and did not what other angels do. He too defied Creator, just as I, Gloria, was doing. I speak true. What gave Lucifer such power was wishing for something he could not have. Me, Gloria. It was Lucifer's will and nothing other that made him into the Hazatan, the one who destroyed all things for no reason other than to have me surrender to him. Standing there, knowing such, I too was wayward. Bold, I vowed to destroy what Creator had made, for he had made Lucifer. Knowing me well, Creator said an answer is always in the question.
Gloria, you asked what gave Lucifer power such. Ask this and speak true. What makes you warrior? Guardian, one with blade to cast into nothingness?
Holding the handle of my blade, I looked at it, then at Creator, and answered my own question. I speak true. It is my will. It is what I wish to do. That and nothing more. Handing me an apricot, Creator said I would need strength, much to assert my will over the Hazatan. Then he said even he had only the power of his will when making all things. All that is came to be by his wanting such to be. Now my will was to cast Lucifer to nothingness. That was a power never known before. Speaking of what I had thought not, Creator spoke true. It was my will to stop my uncle Lucifer. For my will was the fire in my wings, the power of my blade, and the hurt in my heart. Knowing I understood, Creator looked at me with great sadness and spoke with love to me.
Child, know this, I can do nothing to take away the pain you have. The hurt of what happened to your mother. The hurt you have being the one Lucifer desires and will destroy all things to have.
I could only speak true, saying, I knew he could do nothing, for all such was inside me, only casting Lucifer to nothingness, by my own will, would satisfy my mind. Looking at me, he said Lucifer wished for a thing he could not have, just as I could not bring my mother back to existence. I spoke true, saying I had such longing. If Creator could not satisfy my longing to be at peace once more, how could any do such? None can change the will of another. Knowing I, Gloria, the one he lusted for, could not change his wanting me by way other than surrendering to him. Creator's face filled with sadness I had never known. We both were knowing I could not change Lucifer's mind or his will. Holding my blade in my hand, I told Creator as I could not change Lucifer's will, which was his power. The only way to change his mind was to stop it from existing. Cast his being, which held his will, to nothingness. Asking Creator if there was a way other, I said taking another's existence was not what I wanted. I wanted Lucifer to know he was wrong to impose his will, to stop his destruction, and he must destroy all evil, for he had created it. Creator stood looking at all he had made. I felt his sorrow, just as I had felt joy when he looked at me, for he has told me I was all that was good in what he had created, saying,
Gloria, know this. If such could be done, it would have been done. I gave all free will. If I change what Lucifer's will demands, then all will change. All that exists is such because all that exists has free will. If I impose my will, none have free will and all will cease to be. And child, what hurts most is Lucifer knows that. He knows I cannot stop him from what he does. And I shall not stop you, child, from stopping him. That Gloria is your will. It is what lights your blade, burns the fire in your wings, and is the hurt inside you.
Looking at each other, we both knew that I was young but no longer foolish. It would be my will that would stop the Hazatan, Lucifer my uncle. Just as Lucifer had changed all things, I, Gloria, would change them once more. Creator stood looking at me, knowing all would change only because I wanted it to change. For I, Gloria, had the same power as my uncle. Looking at Creator, holding my blade, wings larger than can be imagined, I spoke true. All things will change once again. His eyes said that I, Gloria, was doom.
And going to Elsa, I told her, love my father, so you will be free to be loved. That is how I learned that what is seen must be seen. And with knowing, I looked at Elsa and saw not the next Hasatan. I saw my she too suffered shame, and she was not evil. She was the daughter of a first angel, and Elsa was angel, the most wonderful angel ever to be. And now we search for her father, my uncle, and the battle for souls has begun.
Her voice, a flame in the night, winding like a river through pain, a call unanswered yet eternal. Tears carved into the wind. Tears carved into the wind.
Know that my father is Lucifer, and I, Elsa, his creation. He says I am his daughter, for I was from his seed. Sent to a patch of sand where I appeared. Know that my father is Lucifer. No birth, no mother, and no, he was no father to me. Once my father created me. He sent me to what he had made his domain. The place called Earth, where those there are born, then die. He wished to corrupt all there, just to spite the Creator, and he did so without mercy. Willing me to Egypt, at time when first made, he laughed, saying it was the place where humans first became civilized. I lived alone in the desert, and wished none to have visage of me, for if they did, they would die. For I could not be resisted. I was lust, desire, temptation, and none could resist sinning for just a glimpse of me. Know that when any did, they fell, dead, for a spasm of lust. All I need do is show a bit of me, a little of my face, and the mightiest of men fell dead before me. They came and went from vestige of me. He selected ones to be his minions and offered them a deal, signed in their blood. He granted them whatever they wished for in exchange for their souls. He found ones in power to do his bidding and used sex to corrupt their followers. Soon, sex became the one god worshipped on earth, and humans were easy takes for my father. No, I was sent there to corrupt ones who could not be corrupted by sex. Being powerful, They had endless women to do whatever sick acts they desired. I knew nothing of evil then. I had been made to do what my father bid me do. There, I was sent to the royal palace, a place most strange to me. And there, my father corrupted a plain young girl, one who would be the next pharaoh. I was told to spend time with the girl, Nefertiti, one who signed a contract with my father for 100 years of incredible beauty and power. I was the only one she had no power over. And there came a time when my father came to her palace to collect his due, her soul. Wherever he went, he brought his slaves girls. He needed them not. He brought his slave girls only to show all there he had beautiful women, such to do all he asked, and was worshipped by them. I had no use for them, and knew why they were with him at all times. They were all perfect in form, and he gave them blonde hair. They were surrogates for what he could not have, his sweetness Gloria. He harvested the soul of Nefertiti, and being young and foolish, I thought him most polite and caring of all his takes. He would tell them that their existence ahead would be wonderful, much better than on earth. They would soon learn what waited was the black, empty eternity of Abaddon, nothing more. One day, free from watching over Nefertiti, I went to the marketplace. I watched as time froze, and all about me was still. Even the blowing sand stopped. I was compelled to go into an alley, and there, I saw that I'd lived in darkness, for a light appeared to me. In that light was Gloria, wearing the white dressing of angels, my father's sweetness, the one he created all that was sin to have. She lifted me up, saying she knew I suffered as my father would not let me love or be loved by any. She looked at me with kindness, something I had never known. She lifted her hand and said, "Know this, you are the child of Creator. For he made Lucifer, and you could not exist if Creator had not made him. Your father, not father, lies, deceives. Child of Creator and not Lucifer." I had not known. My black burqa and hijab changed to pure white silk and made me feel gifted and wanted by Creator. She looked down, and I turned to look where she had, and saw a sight most sad. My father, on the ground, looking up at Gloria, lusting for her. She spoke to him, saying, "Uncle, know this. I speak true. Do anything to offend me. Preach for me. Any act. Uncle, know this. And my blade will strike, and you shall be no more." Lucifer stood, not afraid, saying it was not he doing wrong. He acted innocent, asking then why an angel was corrupting his daughter, for I had not asked for her help. That was lie. And Gloria swung her blade to strike him, but the blade could not strike what was not there. He had willed himself away, to his lair. He was ever a coward. Lifting her hand, Gloria rose up to heaven, and I was left standing in the alley, wearing the white dressing of angels, and felt joy within me. That was how I met Gloria, and learned my father was no father to anyone, most so, me, Elsa. That day, Lucifer called me to his lair. No, I would not wear my white silk in his sight, as it was holy. He was not worthy of seeing me such. There, I wore the color of blood, dark red, to show the pain I suffered being made by him. He bid me sit, talk, for he wished only for me to find love, and he would lead me to one who would love me. He told me of his brother, Michael, who was Gloria's father. Evil. It is madness. Insanity. He is the Lord of nothingness. And he thinks he is more powerful than the Creator, the one who created him. He asked, "Did I not crave love? To give my love?" There was only one he could not keep me from. The only one who could strike him down, cast him to nothingness. Michael, his brother, the ArchAngel who wielded a blade. He could not face, for it would end him. He said he could not stop me from going to Mika, give my love to him, and he knew he would love me. He told me, go to him, give my love to him, but remember that there was a chain around my neck, a chain only I can see. And when he wished, he could pull me from Mika and break his heart and mine. He smiled, then used his will, and I stood in heaven, on a road where there were apple trees, and I felt hunger for love and more. I longed for an apple, for I was starving. I'm small, and reaching for an apple, I could not reach one. I did all I could do. I shook the tree. None fell. I know now my father used such hunger to the ones in the Garden of Eden. But now, I was the temptation, the apple, and not knowing such, I reached up far as I could. And there was a hand, most beautiful, and it took an apple from the tree and handed it to me. For the one next to me was tall and kind. I looked at him and took a bite of the apple. It was more delicious than anything I could imagine. I held the apple to the one who gave it to me, and seeing my bite, he took apple from where my mouth had been, and we shared the apple. Then we shared love for each other. It was Mika, and he was all my father was not. Holy, kind, caring. All that was good. I told him, Mika, know this. I am the daughter of Lucifer, and he has sent me here to love you. And you will, for I was created to be temptation, and none can resist me. He smiled, and I knew then he was no fool of earth my father could deceive. He saw the love in me, and that I was not like my father, and said, all must be seen as who they are, not where they came from. And there, under the apple tree, we made love. I had never known love, or made love. My soul soared from me into Michael, and I gave myself to him, and he gave himself to me. It was a day of wonder, not only for us, but from a voice that called out in wonder,
Daddy!
It was his daughter, Gloria, the most beautiful and holy of all angels, and she was standing, mouth open in disbelief, about to strike me with her blade. Michael told her,
Daughter, this is Elsa. She is your uncle's creation. If she were evil, intended any harm, your blade would fire, and it would strike her. Your blade, it speaks true, as did mine. She wishes only to be loved.
Gloria was worried it was a deception of Lucifer, but looking at me, she saw true and knew I wished to be saved from my father, and Mikhail was the one who could not be harmed by him. Gloria is most keen, and she understood just as she had suffered from my father. I too suffered from his insanity. Michael and I loved each other, and we joined in union in the home he shared with Gloria. The Creator visited and gave me all his love and blessing, amazed, for I was the only one in all of creation he had not created. It was after my heart was fully inside of Mikhail. As we were in union as one, a knowing came to me. I am sure it was wisdom from the Creator. I felt the chain round my neck, the one that could rip my soul from my form back to my father, Lucifer. Then I understood what evil truly was. He had made me only to find my way to Mikal. And once we were one, in union, he would pull the chain and take two hearts that beat as one, two souls that were one, and take not only me, but Mikal, and cast us to his hell. Then there would be no Makar at the arch, none stopping him from entering heaven and taking what he thought belonged to him. His sweetness, Gloria. With such knowing, I screamed, and my scream filled all creation. It was the saddest sound any would ever hear. Without even telling Mikal why, I ran. And know this. I did not stop until I reached the end of heaven, where the angels fell, and I could not look back. Dead, I fell, as had my father, to be where no angel must ever go. And then my love, Mikal, would be safe from my father.
Will have the blade of glory. My uncle, Lucifer, the one who created Abaddon and all suffering,
is now afraid of the one he created all that is evil to have. Me, Gloria,
the one who now does not need wait for him to do wrong. For now I am free to strike him down for all he has done since he became the Hazatan. Now, I go before him, where he dwells, in his domain of suffering, where ones who followed him wail in pain. I tempt him, saying, Uncle,
oh uncle, your sweetness. Look, she is here. Come, uncle. You may take me.
For he will destroy any and all except me. His sweetness, Gloria. He is less than pathetic. He is a weak coward who knows I shall strike him down, cast him to nothingness. That I would do this instant. But I must wait, for he has taken his daughter, Elsa, and only he knows where she is. Elsa is loved by my father,
Mikal,
and Elsa loves him with her entire being. I shall not let my father's heart be broken ever again. It was Lucifer who took my mother ethereal when she protected me from him. In a rage,
he impaled her with his serpent. Then he ate her soul.
Until I find Elsa, his daughter, not daughter, for she is not like her father,
Lucifer.
Elsa, who gave her existence to save Mikal, and she suffered much, as have I.
Gloria. Because of Lucifer.
Until I find Elsa, I taunt Lucifer. Call him what is. A pathetic creature, living without love. In darkness, longing for what he shall never have.
Me.
Know that to take me, he knew he must cast away my father, Mikal, where I have been protected from him. He created Elsa only to be loved by my Father. For he created her with the love and goodness of my mother, Virial, as he had her being, her soul, inside of him, and he put it in Elsa when he created her and knew my Father could not resist her, sending Elsa to heaven to give love to Michael. They met, and he loves her. He loves him, a love most true. I speak true, although Elsa is the daughter of Lucifer. Know this. She is not like him. She wishes only to love and be loved by the one Lucifer cannot touch. My Father, Michael. Once they met, knowing the love they shared, she gave up the only thing she existed for, the love of Michael, to save Michael and me. Elsa is prisoner, bound in Lucifer's private hell, the place where she was created by him, and where none but she and Lucifer may go. The darkest place to ever be, Lucifer's mind. So I shall wait forever, if that be how long it will be, to save Elsa. And then I will take my blade, look Lucifer in his eye, and strike him to nothingness. Lucifer will be no more. And of Elsa know this. I speak true. Elsa shall be free.
Her voice, a flame in the night, winding like a river through pain, a call unanswered yet eternal. Tears carved into the wind. Her voice, a flame in the night, winding like a river through pain, a call unanswered yet eternal. The sound of a broken heart. Tears carved into the wind. Each note, a scar unseen, a wound older than the stars. Her breath, the weight of the earth. The echo of the lost.
There is no way any can understand existence beyond nothingness. And in nothingness, something came to be. A thing, unlike nothing, who defied what was, fell from existence. The one who fell was once an angel, but no longer. It wished to create what it wished, and it did. Lucifer, the Hasatan, eater of souls, the one who created all pain, suffering, hurt, and shame. Know there is a path that leads to Abaddon, the place you know as hell. All have been deceived by Lucifer, the Hasatan, that he beckons you to his domain. Lucifer is a liar. He is the first to ever lie. You choose the path you are on. If you reach Abaddon, hell, it is where you chose to be. You were created with free will. You have a choice in all things. I, Gloria, holiest of all angels, used my will and made a choice to stop my uncle, Lucifer, and cast him to nothingness, the place you shall go if you follow in his path.
Hey there. Just reading a book. I asked my dad about it, and he said it was all fiction. Anyway, it made me think that it's time to tell a story that's like for real. And it has lots going on. Blades that cast bad dudes to nothingness, and one steamy romance. And I was there to see it. Like, whoa. And it has me in it, so put on your glasses. Well, that's not how we talk where I'm from. I need to say, I, Gloria, speak true. And you know what? I really do. It all starts here and things get steamy. Well, it's the desert and all, so it's hot. But it's who's inside that's hotter than any desert. You'll meet her. This is where she lived. And, well, we get to see this landmark. The arch. Yep, for the ArchAngel. And what's cool is, like, I'm the ArchAngel. Yep, pretty hot. And not what you thought the ArchAngel looks like, right? And a whole lot of stuff goes on at the arch. Well, with me there's sure big tourist attraction. And we'll visit all the places like this cabin in the woods. Evergreen. So, as I'm the hottest, I mean holiest of all angels. And I'll say, the most beautiful. That's a big burden, you know. I, Gloria, will show you how all things came to be. Why evil was created. Like, it didn't come with, at no extra cost, with existence, you know? And I shall tell a tale of true love. One that will break your heart. And I, Gloria, speak true. Get out the tissues. And this place, it's where I, Gloria, live with my father. He was the ArchAngel, but then he went and fell in love. And this is the good part. With Lucifer's daughter. So I took the blade and gave him some room. Let's watch. I don't want to give it away. I mean, I'm the holiest of all angels, so can't do that.